Welcome back to Scrumptious Table. I have been so looking forward to this video. Ever since I came up with the idea, I was like, this is going to be so much fun. So what we're doing today is my birthday. Happy birthday, me. So I've been wanting to do a Disney or princess theme night meal with a movie for so long. I actually did do one years ago when my husband and I were first dating. It was Ratatouille, and I did so many fun things, but I never took any pictures, and I really have regretted that. So here is my second chance to make it really fun and document it with lots of pictures. So that's the plan. But for the menu today, oh man, I was gonna print it off, but we have sparkling lantern lemonade and Rapunzel's braid, which is going to be bread that's braided with some flowers in it. We're also doing the snuggly duckling platter, which is going to be rotisserie chicken with roasted vegetables, and then frying pan cookies for dessert. So I specially ordered these on Amazon. They are so stinky cute. I love them so much. But I'm going to be adapting a chocolate chip cookie recipe to be more healthy, I guess, for myself, because I'm technically on a diet. I'm definitely going off of it for this, but I can't go completely off of it because then my stomach is going to hurt really bad, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to adapt it as much as possible for them to be yummy cookies, but also not hurt my stomach. And then let's just go ahead and get started. I've got out my fun citrus press here that I'm going to use for all the lemons, and I actually made a recipe the other day for this drink because I wanted to make sure I wasn't messing anything up when I have people coming over for this evening. So I'm going to start by juicing these lemons and then making the lemonade first. That way I can sip on one while I'm getting everything else ready. So this has been such a fun thing to plan, and I've been asking my husband if he thinks that I should maybe do this every month and do a, whoop, oh, stink. Oops. Anyway, a theme night, like a movie theme night every month on my live stream. So if anyone is interested in that happening, let me know, and I will try to make that happen. I guess I have to hold this in place so that it doesn't move all over the counter. Oh well, though. It'll be fine. So the way that I'm making this, I don't know if you've ever heard of butterfly pea flour, but apparently it's blue first when you mix it with water, and then if you mix it with citrus, it turns purple. So hopefully we'll get some sort of an ombre effect when I mix the two together. I'm going to try for that anyway. I got this fun juicer from my husband. He sells stuff that's on pallets all the time, and he got this, and I was like, could I keep that? Most of the time we try to sell everything that he gets, but if it's something for the kitchen, he usually is like, okay, go ahead, you know. It's always fun for me. I think that is going to be plenty of lemon juice for now. I might juice some more later once company arrives, but I think that's plenty. clean up the mess I made. I actually pre-made the dough yesterday for the bread because I knew I was not going to have time during the live stream to start from scratch. So I've actually got 3 over here. I've separated it out so that I can roll it out and make it into a braid. Oh, we've got a couple comments, sorry. Someone says hi, another hello, happy birthday, thank you so much. Thanks for watching. All right, I gotta remember how I made this the first time. I don't want to mess it up. I started with ice. The ice kind of helps keep everything separate. It doesn't make it too fast and get all the way purple. I want it to be like blue on the top and then purple and then yellow, but I don't know if that'll actually happen. I'm gonna try. Okay. Next, I'm going to add just 3 teeny tiny scoops of stevia. And then a couple spoonfuls of this lemon juice. I'm gonna do one more. So like 4 spoonfuls. 5. I'm so decisive, can you tell? And then a half a cup of water on top of that. Then, the best part. So this is the butterfly pea flour. I'm gonna put in 1/8 of a teaspoon of this to here. And then the sparkle element. I have edible glitter. Hopefully this just makes it shine and absolutely magical. That's my desire anyway. I'm gonna do like half of the amount of this that I did of the butterfly pea flour. Okay. I'm gonna mix that with water. It's so pretty. Let me tilt the camera down so you can see. I'm gonna mix this in as much as I can. I don't want it to be clumpy when I pour it into the drink. But look at that blue sparkly. That's so cool. I'm gonna get a whisk actually because I think it'll mix better that way. I hope you can see how shiny that is. So pretty looking. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more water to this, about 1/4 of a cup of water. There we go. So sparkly. Yes, Maddie. Okay, now I'm gonna add it to this and just cross my fingers here that this will look Addie? Not yet. You have to wait till I finish it.
Ooh, sparkly.
I know, sparkly, purpley, bluish on top. Yay! That's so fun. Oh, I love that. All right, that is going to very quickly be
Can I have it?
all purple. But it's fun to see it, the colors change, and I think I'll wait on the rest of the drinks until people get here. That way they can see it change themselves, because that's the best part.
Can I have some now?
Just a minute, baby. I'll let you try it. Okay. Can you taste it? Okay, don't drink the whole thing. What do you think? Is it good? Mama's turn.
I don't.
So fun. I don't know if you can even tell how beautiful that is. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna let you look at it too. It's so much better in person.
Wow. Yeah.
Look at her.
This is my sister, Laura. Pretty much everybody who watches this already knows her. We've got another hello. Do you want anything specific for your birthday? No. Once you're an adult, it doesn't really matter anymore. I just want to have fun and enjoy the day together. Yeah.
Ah, please.
No.
She's like, there's more.
No.
Come here. What if we go read some books? Do you want to read?
What are you making? I will tell you as I go. Right now, I just made the purple Rapunzel. I call it a sparkling lantern lemonade just because I want it to go along with the theme, but it's just a purple lemonade.
Mama, is that
And then,
butter?
next I'm going to be working on the cookies.
Mama,
Where did you find this recipe for the drink? I actually made it up.
Mama,
So I'm sure that there is a better recipe out there. I just didn't look for one.
could I have
Someone says looks magical. I definitely agree. Hello, it's so pretty and fun. Yes. It's the best part is making it look pretty. What's the flavor? It's just lemonade. The butterfly pea flower doesn't actually add any flavor. It really just tastes like lemonade. Can you share the recipe for the drink? Yes, I can put that in the description of the video once it's done being posted. Madison? No. You can go get your cup. I'm not gonna give you any more out of this cup, but you can go get your cup and put it in there.
Okay.
The purple one, I think it's on the floor somewhere. Okay, I gotta get going on the rest of this stuff if I want to get it all done. Cookies. I was trying to remember what I was gonna do next. I am gonna do cookies next. I'm gonna kind of go off of the regular recipe for chocolate chip cookies, which is the Nestle Toll House recipe, but I'm gonna make substitutions as I go. Let me see here. Where's my recipe? There it is. Okay. 2 1/4 cups of flour. Actually, I'm gonna do the wet ingredients first. A cup of butter softened. I'm actually gonna use. What happened? Come here. Did you fall? Come here. I got you. I'm actually gonna use a cup of coconut oil instead. Are you okay? I'm sorry that happened. Do you have an owie somewhere?
No.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
go ahead, Laura.
How much?
Do you need some shoes?
Oh boy, I don't think I have a cup of coconut oil. I have half a cup. Let's use the rest of this, and then I'll put some avocado oil in there too. And then I need half a cup of regular sugar and brown sugar. I think what I'm going to do instead is 1/4 of a cup of each of those. Just so that I'm using less sugar. Alright, I think that's plenty of oil. Since it's not butter and it's not like hard, hopefully it doesn't change the texture too much. But we'll see. Alright, granulated sugar, 1/4 of a cup. And brown sugar, 1/4 of a cup, but I'm packing it in there. Normally in chocolate chip cookies, you cream the butter and the sugar together, but this is gonna stay super liquidy because it's not butter. So I can't really whip it. It's very good. Oh, also I normally use salted butter, so I'm gonna add a little bit more salt than I normally use in chocolate chip cookies. I know every recipe says to use unsalted butter, but I never do that, so oh well. And then vanilla. Teaspoon of that. That was definitely more than a teaspoon. Oh well. Next, eggs. Now I'm not having eggs on this diet, so I'm actually going to use flax eggs, which is, if I remember correctly, about a tablespoon of flax seeds to like 4 tablespoons of water, I think. So that's what I'm going to do. Once they are fully hydrated, I will put them in the batter. It calls for 2 eggs, so I'm doing 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. My sister so kindly decided to come over early before everybody else to watch my kids so that I could do this live stream without interruption. So that was really sweet of her. I appreciate that so much. All right, this is ground. Now I'm going to add in the water. Normally I just eyeball it, but since I want these cookies to turn out well, I'm gonna measure it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tablespoons of water, and then just mix that through. Actually, I'll use this end so it doesn't get all stuck. Now, not everybody who is coming over, I know some of the people who are coming would rather do healthier things like this, but not everybody is on the same page with that. So I actually made regular chocolate chip cookies with regular flour and butter and eggs and everything a couple days ago and put them in the fridge. That way the people who want healthier version can have this one, and then the ones who want normal cookies can have normal cookies. And of course my husband really appreciates that. He's been having a cookie with his lunch each day, and I think he has been very pleased to have regular cookies and not just these healthier versions. Honestly though, after not having had anything resembling a cookie for a while, I am super excited about these. It's all in perspective. All right, I think that's all the wet ingredients. Now I just need flour, baking soda, and salt. I already added a little bit of salt, but I'll still add some more with the dry ingredients. I'm using hard red, fresh ground flour because that doesn't bother my stomach the way that regular gluten does. And since I only have a third of a cup that's clean, I'm going to do this 6 times for 2 cups of flour. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think that is 6. I'm not going to measure it because it looks about the same amount. The recipe calls for 2 1/4 cups of flour, but I'm only putting 2 cups because this fresh ground wheat soaks in so much moisture, and I'm afraid that it will be too dense if I added that much flour to it. Next I need baking soda. Probably should have gathered all these ingredients beforehand, but oh well. Teaspoon. It's half a teaspoon, so I'm going to do 2 of them. And then same thing with the salt. Now, since I haven't been having dairy, I thought I would buy a dairy-free kind of chocolate chips, but the one that I got actually does have a little bit of dairy in it. I still feel like it's a better version though, and I'm going to use it anyway because it's my birthday. Gotta splurge a little bit, right? I probably should have used soft white for these cookies, but I ran out and I didn't want to ask my sister for more yet, so I'm just going to use up the rest of this hard red flour, and I think it'll still taste really good. Okay, now for the chocolate chips. 2 cups of chocolate chips. I probably won't use that many. Here is the chocolate chips that I bought. So it's got healthier ingredients. I don't know if you can even see it on my camera, but it does contain some milk, so that's all right. That's about a half a cup. About a cup. And I'll save some aside to put on top of the cookies. I bought these ingredients several days ago, probably a week ago, for all of these recipes, and it has taken all the self-control I have not to just eat this whole bag of chocolate chips. I have eaten some of them pretty much every night since I got them. But I have tried desperately not to eat them all gone. Okay, I'm actually going to let that rest for a minute and let all of the flour soak in the moisture while I cut up the potatoes and carrots for the side of the chicken. My mom is actually getting the rotisserie chicken because I really felt like there was already a lot of elements to this meal, and I wanted to do chicken, but I didn't want to cook another thing. So she offered to get that for me. That way it's hot and ready to go as soon as it gets here. And I'm really not having that many people over. Just my mom, a couple sisters, my husband's mom, and we are gonna watch Tangled together and eat this fun themed meal. And I'm actually gonna do I don't know what you want to call it. There's this painting that I've wanted to put up in my entryway forever. And so I bought the canvases finally, and we're gonna work on painting them together since Rapunzel likes to paint all over her walls. I thought it goes along with the theme of the night pretty well. And I am just cutting up these potatoes into halves. They are small anyway, but I'm gonna get them slightly smaller. And then carrots. I thought about what would the Snuggly Duckling restaurant in Tangled, what would they have as their like special of the week? And I feel like roasted vegetables with a whole chicken sounds like something an old-timey tavern or cafe or whatever would have. So that's why I chose this. Also, it's pretty healthy ingredients, and I won't really have to make any substitutions to this part for myself, so I thought that was also a win. And then for the bread, I made it with the fresh ground flour as well, so that I can have that too. So all around, I think it's definitely a splurge meal since I'm trying to be really careful about what I eat. But it's still not the kind of splurging I would normally do if I wasn't on a diet. Man, that's so loud when I cut carrots on this. The only thing I don't like about this glass cutting board is how loud it is with carrots. Unless I'm super duper careful. Okay, I think, how am I gonna season these? I'm seasoning the bread with garlic and avocado oil instead of butter. I could do the same thing with the vegetables. I could do salt and pepper and garlic. Normally I add paprika to roasted vegetables, but I think we're gonna keep it simpler and just do it this way. Pour a good amount of avocado oil over the top. And then salt and pepper. I know, that looks like a lot of salt. But undersalted potatoes are gross. So I'm gonna add plenty. Make sure that it's not yucky. That's plenty of pepper too. And then garlic powder. I put garlic powder directly in the bread dough, and I'm actually gonna grate some fresh garlic to put on it too. I'll show you what I mean in a second, but I just want to get these vegetables in first and make sure that they are done on time. Okay. Put those in the oven for probably 10 minutes at a time and then stir them in intervals. Whoops, not 20. Okay. Now I can work on these cookies again and get them separated out. Okay, someone said, do the eggs taste different than normal? The flax eggs, they absolutely do. They have a more earthy flavor. I feel like when you put eggs into baked goods, you don't really taste them. There's just, I don't know how to describe it. Not creaminess. It is creamier than the flax eggs. There's more texture to them instead of just a soft egg. And the flour that I'm using has to do with that too. There's a lot more bite to it, I guess. Are those eggs healthier? Technically, yes. But if you don't have any issues with eggs, I feel like just use eggs. Someone else said, happy birthday, thank you. Yes, enjoy your birthday. Thank you. Is the cutting board easy to clean? I feel like it's a lot easier to clean than all the other ones I've tried. I've tried wood, I've tried plastic, and I feel like there's always little chunks that come off of any of those, and I don't know, it feels like that's getting into my food, but maybe that's just me. Do they taste like dirt? LOL. No, the eggs don't taste like dirt. I don't know how to describe it other than earthy flavor. Flaxseed has a very distinct, like, maybe almost nutty flavor. It's hard to describe. Okay. Now I'm going to put the cookies in the oven, and then I'll work on the bread. This is my favorite part because I always love getting new things to cook with in the kitchen, and so I was telling my husband the other day all the other things that I could use these new tiny little pans for, and I was thinking mini pies, since that's like the perfect shape and size and everything. Anyway, I was getting really excited about it, and I feel like it's really silly to be excited about pans. But look how cute they are. They're so stinking cute. I love them so much. I'm gonna do a very large amount of cookie dough because I want it to come up the sides and fill the whole pan. That's about double the size I would normally make for a cookie. So, definitely bigger. And then I'm just gonna add some chocolate chips on top to make sure you can tell that it's chocolate chip cookies. So that always adds to the look. Oh, some other things that I thought of using these for is like a tiny shepherd's pie, or little biscuits in their own little containers would be cute. Or I was also thinking about hamburger buns. Can you imagine? That's like the perfect size for a hamburger. Little hamburger buns. That would be cute. Anyway, there's probably a lot easier and better ways to make all of those things, but it would be fun to do mini buns. Oh, my husband had an idea to make mini pizzas, and I think that would be really cute too. Okay, since I can't put a timer on there, another one. There's 5 minutes left, so I'll just, I think it took 15 minutes the last time. So yeah, I'll just stir the roasted vegetables on top and then put another 10-minute timer and those should be done. So that'll work out perfectly. Next, for the bread, I'm going to get out the biggest pan I have. And try my best to roll out this dough into braids. This is the first time I've done anything like this, so hopefully it works out. Let me wash the counter first. I don't want the bread to taste like lemon juice, so gotta make sure all that is wiped up. put extra oil around each one. Oh, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to grate the garlic first to make sure that I have that ready to go on each one. So I kind of want it to be just smothered in garlic. I think that would be delicious. I've got a couple more comments. Let me check those real quick. So peanut butter taste for the flax eggs. No, not peanut butter. You might just have to try it to know what it tastes like. I don't think I could describe it to you. I'd make pancakes with them. Actually, I do make pancakes with them. Every Sunday night we do pancakes for supper, and since I'm not having eggs right now, I use those flax eggs, and it works out really well. You just have to kind of expect that it's not going to taste just like normal pancakes, but it's still really good. And I think pancakes is a great way to use them because I don't know, it just feels like a heartier way of making pancakes, and that's already a really yummy. I know some people probably associate pancakes with like super soft, but I always think of them as needing a little bit more bite to them than that, you know? So the fresh ground flour and the flax eggs just feel right to me. Probably because growing up, there was this couple from church where we didn't know where they lived, and for some reason my dad thought it would be a good idea to follow them home. They were this older couple, and we all were like, why are you following them? They're gonna be so creeped out. But we went all the way to their house because my dad had talked to them previously and said that they lived really close to our house, but we didn't know exactly where, and wanted to go visit them sometime. So he was like, well, we got time tonight, let's just follow them, find out where they live. And once we got to their house and parked, my dad got out and explained why we were following them. Just wanted to see where you were at and stuff. It sounds so weird, but they were super nice about it, and they actually invited us in for supper and made us pancakes. And they put oatmeal in their pancakes, and it just made them so much heartier and more filling to add oatmeal to pancakes. So, all that to say, I feel like that is the best way of making pancakes, just having them really full and filling and rich. That way it's not just fluff that you're eating. I know you can't see what I'm doing here, but I'm just peeling the garlic, and I've got like a whole, these are cloves. Is it a head of garlic when it's all of it together? I don't know. But a whole thing of garlic. Okay, gotta check on this. I know I said I was going to stir those, but I'm going to let them cook a little bit longer before I stir them. So I want to get this garlic finished and the bread started. I assume the bread will be like 30 to 45 minutes to cook. So I might end up saving that aside and posting about that just on Facebook instead of having the live stream go that long, but who knows? There's plenty left to do, so if anyone is interested in staying on and watching the rest of my preparation for this evening, hopefully that won't be too boring, and then you'll get to see the finished product of everything. Sometimes when I'm peeling a lot of garlic, it'll start to stick to my fingers and make it so much harder to peel the rest of it. But I'm done. It's the last one. All right. Now I'm just gonna grate all of that. That way I can rub it on the outside of the bread. Just coat it completely. And then after it's coated and rolled out into a long strand, I guess, I will braid it together and then cook it. I am not the best at making bread. I have made it several times before, but I'm not like super skilled at it, and I certainly don't do it every week. So hopefully this turns out well. I've never tried sourdough. I've made like sourdough pancakes before with the discharge, is that what it's called? Sourdough, the stuff you throw away. But I've never actually attempted to make a loaf of bread with it. I'm too scared. Slipping out of my fingers. Should have bought a jar of garlic instead of doing this. Oh well, it's fine. It always tastes better fresh anyway. Trying desperately not to cut my fingers. It keeps slipping out of my hands. Oof. Almost there. 2 more. Okay. Doesn't look like that much garlic from the camera, but definitely it is a lot. Seems scary to make. Not really. I should have washed my hands in between each one so I wasn't slipping. Yes, pizza. Where did you get those pans? I actually found them on Amazon. We just looked for small cookie-sized pans, and they popped up. So that was super easy. Is making bread cost efficient? It depends. I've been buying gluten-free bread for myself because I can't have gluten. It hurts my stomach too much. So I guess if you're talking about buying an expensive kind of bread like that, then yes, it's cost efficient. But if you're just buying the cheapest version of bread at your store, it's probably not cheaper to make it yourself. I don't know how much salt I want to add to this, so probably add a little bit more. That's like a tablespoon of salt. It's a lot. But this is going to be spread out between all 3 of these bread loaves. So hopefully it won't be too salty. Hopefully it'll be perfect. It's my desire anyway. just need to get this to roll out. I used the rest of my soft white flour on this recipe of bread. So hopefully it will be soft and yummy for everyone, even those who are not on a diet. Hopefully they don't think it's gross. I don't think it will be. With all this salt and garlic, who's gonna notice the texture of the bread? Alright, one. This is a lot harder than I expected it to be. I don't know why I didn't expect it to be hard to roll this out. Gracious, I'm gonna let that one rest for a second. Come on, bread, you can do this. Just get thin. My arms hurt. Why is that so hard? Okay. Alright, that's a little softer. There we go. Just needed a rest for a second. Now this one. This is gonna be so fun. I'm excited. I'll make sure to take some good pictures once everything's finished and all laid out together. That way you can see how it all looks together. Now I'm just going to mix up this. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to figure out where to point the camera. Mix up this garlicky, oily, salty mixture. Okay. Oh no! How am I gonna do this? I don't have a longer pan, and this is definitely too long. It'll be fine. I'll make it work. Maybe after it's braided, it'll shorten. But I do want this to be fully coated in the garlicky oil. So good. I'll just do these on the counter, and then I'll just wash the counter after. Just trying to keep it all on the pan, but that's not going to be possible. Ah! What a mess! Oh my goodness. Now I'm just going to pinch them together and hope that I can braid them. Oh dear. Oh, here we go. Forgot how to braid for a second. So much messier than I expected it to be. There we go. That's not bad. It fits, right? That'll work. That'll be fine. Okay. Any extra, rub on the top. I hear ya, oven. I gotta a mess to clean up over here. Okay. The cookies definitely need longer. Vegetables, I'm gonna go ahead and stir. But they're looking really good. They look like they're almost done.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Good. Ah. Okay, maybe
I
not
fell
almost
down
done.
and I got my heart, my hands and I got my scar all wet in my
Oh,
underwear.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just okay.
Okay.
It is a puppy.
Okay. Good. All right.
I like pink colors.
You do? I like pink colors too.
My mom said, go away from the oven.
Yeah. It's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Don't want to get burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I just say over here.
I don't know. You can. Okay, now I'm gonna see if I can clean up this oil mess. You probably can't even tell on the camera, but it's everywhere. All right. So the plan is, first I'm gonna turn off this. There we go. That's better. Plan is, I just realized that's been on the whole time. My husband always says that that's so loud, that fan. But once the cookies come out, I'm going to put the bread in, and then that should be everything, because my mom's bringing the chicken. So what I'm gonna do now is prepare the flowers. I've got these beautiful flowers that I bought the other day, and I'm going to cut them off and make them pretty to put on the bread. Now these are not edible flowers, so to make them safe to decorate the bread, I'm going to wrap them in
My
plastic
skirt
wrap.
is off. My skirt is off.
I know, it's okay.
But my mom take it off because my underwear is kind of all wet.
I know, it's okay.
My bottom gets wet from my skirt and my underwear.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to
What's that? That
do this and twist the end. That way this stem is fully wrapped. And then, I don't know if I should cut off the end or try and tear it. Probably cut off the ends of this. My kitchen scissors are not super great for that, but I'll try. These have gotten used in more places than my kitchen for like tape and paper, so they are not super sharp anymore. I don't think this is gonna work. Or at least it's gonna take forever if I use this. Maybe I'll go get the craft scissors. That'll probably be faster. All right, try this. Ta-da! Now the petals are covered, and this was another idea I had, to put this in the cup and try and make it look pretty that way, but I think it's gonna probably not work out too well. That's okay.
Hi.
Hi. These are yellow ones. These are so pretty. I'm so glad that I chose to get these instead of my other idea. I was looking for edible flowers, but I don't know where you even find those. Where do you find edible flowers? Do you have to go to a actual flower shop? Because grocery stores sure don't have them. Trying to lift this up so you can see what I'm doing. Just cutting around the edges of the petals so that hopefully you can't tell that there's plastic wrap. It just looks like a pretty flower. Ta-da! And then once the bread is cooked, I can stick in the flowers along the braid, and it's Rapunzel's braid with the flowers. So proud of that idea. Even though it's not even mine, I saw it somewhere else and thought, that's so cute. I have to do that.
Mama,
Yes?
could I have some that lemonade?
Can you go get your cup like I asked you to?
I can't.
You don't know where it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's over by the door on the floor. The purple one.
No, I want the pink one.
I can't find the pink one either. You're gonna have to use the purple one. Okay, I think the cookies are done. Look how cute! I'm so excited. Alright, I'm gonna set those out on the
I don't
stove.
want that one.
I know you don't.
No, I want that.
Maddie, do you want this in your cup?
Do you want lemonade?
No,
Do you want this lemonade in your cup?
no.
Okay. I'm not giving you more out of the glass cup because I don't want you to carry it around and then drop it and break it. Doesn't sound like a good idea.
No.
I guess it might have been easier to put these cookies on a flat pan. That way I don't have to grab each individual cookie out of the oven. Oh well, too late now. I just really want to get these out so that I can put the bread in. I want to make sure that that's cooked all the way through before my guests arrive. Alrighty. Yay! Now everything's in the oven that I need cooked. And we are almost finished. Let me see here. How many flowers do I want? 1, 2. I think I'll probably just use this kind and not the roses, because I want the roses to stay pretty in the vase. Oh, I don't think I got enough on that one. It's okay. I think that'll be enough. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I can't just do 9. 10. 10 flowers should be enough. Now I will just finish wrapping them up. Does anybody else have distinct memories of their birthdays? My favorite birthday, I remember it was my 7th birthday. And yes, dear.
Can you press the blue button? Could I have some of that, Mama?
Could you have some of the lemonade? Only if you use your purple cup.
Turn the color.
Mommy already told you that.
No.
Don't tell me no,
No, Mommy.
Maddie. I'm not giving it to you unless you get that purple cup.
I'm a little turtle, small and brown, ready for an adventure. Just look at me.
All right, I was starting to say my favorite birthday was when I was 7. I remember getting a leather vest. I was really into like cowgirl stuff, even though I had never had horses. We lived right beside some Amish people, and they had horses. They had tons of horses, actually. So I was really into horses, but we hadn't had any yet. And the vest was just the cowgirliest thing I'd ever seen. It had like, oh, it looked like brand marks on it, for like cow branding, and it had horses on it, and it was the coolest vest ever. And it had like leather on the outside and fur on the inside. And I remember getting a stuffed animal horse that was blue with flowers embroidered all over it. It was so cool. But the best part of that birthday was, I remember waking up the morning after, and my mom woke me up, and she took me outside, and out in our yard were 2 Shetland ponies. The neighbors, they weren't ours. That was my first thought, is they got me a horse? But no, we weren't that rich. But our neighbors, a couple of their horses got out of their fence. And so there were horses in the yard. And so that morning, the morning after my birthday, I had my vest on and I had my little stuffy horse, and we caught the horses and brought them back over to the neighbor's house. It was so much fun. So I think that was definitely my favorite birthday. Alright. This is so tedious. You could just eat dandelions. Yeah, if I had dandelions in the yard, I probably would have used those. I think it's going to be worth it though. This is a tedious project, but it's going to be so pretty on the bread. It definitely would have been easier to get edible flowers and just pick them off the plant and put them on the bread, but nope, could not find them. My husband, after I told him that I couldn't find the edible flowers, he was like, "Is that even a thing? Are there edible flowers?" And I'm like, "Yes. Why would you not believe me?" There are edible flowers. I don't know what they're called, but I do know what they look like, and I could not find them. It's like a special little small flower that you really only see on salads mostly, but it's certainly just for decoration. But you can eat them and they're not like toxic, so that's what I was hoping to find. If I do end up doing more movie theme night videos in the like once a month, because this is a lot of effort for sure, so I probably wouldn't do them every week, but what should the next one be? What would you be interested in seeing me recreate? So like I've done Ratatouille before, but I'd certainly be happy to do that again and actually take pictures this time. Or, I mean, there's so many other options. I could do Cinderella and have like pumpkins and glass slipper drink with sparkles and something blue, I don't know. You could really pick any movie and figure out a way to make it work. It doesn't have to be Ratatouille, since there's all kinds of food options in Ratatouille. Alright. Dungeons and Dragons? Honestly, I don't even know. I don't know that I don't know that would work. That's not really a family movie, is it? It doesn't sound like. Maybe How to Train Your Dragon. I could do that. My girls do not really sleep early enough for us to do a movie night without them, so it's got to be something kid-friendly. I am loving these purple ones. I feel like that is just the perfect color for Tangled and Rapunzel. So pretty. Pretty. It's the last one. I don't think I'll do any more. I still want that vase to look full. Alright. I know nobody's arrived yet, but I am dying to have one of these cookies. I'm gonna have one. I have got to. It's still too hot. Let me find something to hold it with, but look how cute it is. It's so cute. I love it. I just have to taste it and make sure it tastes good, you know? That is so worth the wait. I've been dreaming about these cookies since I had the idea of doing this theme night for my birthday. Oh, they are so good. I tell you what, it definitely does have a heartier texture than regular chocolate chip cookies, but the taste is still delicious and perfect. That is so worth it. Lovely. Hopefully nobody thinks I'm weird for starting with dessert, but it's the only one done and it's so good. All right. I think these roasted vegetables should be done. I'm gonna take them out so that I can finish cooking the rest of these. I think there's probably enough for maybe 4 more cookies. So I'm gonna take these out. Oh, that's not done yet. I can't take those out yet. But here's all my flours all done, ready to go on the bread. And since there's nothing left for me to do, there's the chicken that my mom is bringing, so everything else is ready for people to come. So I'm not gonna just sit here and have y'all wait on me and wait on my oven timer, but I will real quick show you my tablescape. I feel like it's really pretty and fun. And then there's one more thing I'll show you. Since I am going to be painting with my sisters and my mom, I went ahead and did the background of it first. Here's just the background. There's gonna be hopefully flowers just covering it by the time we're done. And then I'm gonna hang this up in my entryway. So that's what we're gonna work on tonight. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will definitely post some pictures on Facebook. It's just Scrumptious Table. If you're not following it, go ahead and do that real quick so that you don't miss out on the pictures that are coming soon. And I'll show you the bread all finished with the flowers in it, and then a nice close-up of the drink and all the things together. That way you can see the whole vibe of it. But I don't want to be videoing while I have people over, so I will go ahead and end it here. But thanks so much for watching. I will